Hey there, guys, and happy Saturday. Thank you for joining me this evening. I want to give a special thanks to each and every guest, supporter, and viewer. Without you, there is no Indie Spotlight or Indie Spotlight Special Edition. I am your host, Shayrenee, and tonight's episode of the Indie Spotlight Special Edition, Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a very special guest on. His name is Wild Tuna. And he just came in, and we're going to invite him to the camera and start the interview.
There we
Hey.
go. There we go.
Yeah. Hey.
Technical difficulties, but we here now.
Yeah. Oh, first I wanted to ask you, how is your evening going? Or how's your day
Oh, it's
going?
good. It's good. Listen, I've been running around with the family all day. You know what I'm saying? My little sister just graduated. We threw a surprise party.
Oh,
So, yeah.
congrats.
So, I'm a little rough
Wow.
right now. I was running around wrestling with the kids and all that. So I'm a little rough right now. But we here.
Oh, great. No, I wanted to say thank you for being so reachable for me
Of
to actually reach out to you and talk to you and schedule an interview with everything. So I just definitely want to say thank you for that.
course. Anything for you. Anything you need, I got you.
I'm trying to pin your name at the end of this. So tell me where are you from? I know you're from Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, so I was born in Philly, you know what I'm saying? Grew up in Uptown, moved out to Souderton, PA, which is the suburbs, you know what I'm saying? So I got a little touch and feel of all different kind of neighborhoods, different walks of life. Growing up that way helped me, groom myself to be able to be versatile in every room I'm in, you know what I'm saying? So, I was back and forth. My mom worked, single parent household, so I was back and forth. Every time I went to school, I went to a nice school, but then I had to go right back to grandma's house in the city. So, every day, as a kid, from first to fifth grade, going back and forth to Philly every day. I'm saying, as soon as I got home, we on the highway. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my homework in the car. So,
Mm.
that's how I grew up. And then, I graduated, you know what I'm saying? Didn't do the college thing. I was already into the music industry. When I was about like 16, I was, working for radio stations and, throwing little parties, little high school parties and stuff like that. But that also was just grooming me for what I was, supposed to be doing this day.
Wow. So, do you still reside in Pennsylvania or?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still in PA for a little bit longer, not too much longer. I'm following the palm trees. So I'm gonna be making a move south real soon. But I'm currently right now I'm in Pennsylvania. You know,
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Keystone State. But I'm gonna get out of here soon.
Awesome. Well, that's cool.
I'm gonna get out
So
of here.
tell me what inspired you to start rapping, or when did you, like, just start doing that?
Mm, I'm saying inspired me.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma inspired me to do it. She taught me how to.
Mm.
She was a poet. So she
Wow.
introduced me to words and word and
Yeah.
words within the words and language. So I really picked up poetry more than rapping in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, as I got
Yeah.
older, when I was turning like 15, 16, and we jump into ciphers and things going on
Yeah.
around me, and I was like, let me see if I can rap real quick. But I could rap, but I couldn't write. I could write poetry, but if I wrote a rap, it wasn't it.
You
So that
know,
mm,
no, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
no, you good.
No, I think that rap is a multi-layered thing. It is poetry, it is
Mm,
understanding rhythm, it is understanding format, and
right,
it's understanding how to story tell,
right.
as well as being an author or writing your own stuff. So it is multi-layered. It's more difficult than some people would think.
Right.
It's
That's for
more
sure.
difficult.
That's why I don't knock anybody. Anybody who can write a song, shout out to you. It's an art in itself. Then to write a song and then perform it, and that's the second part of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's more to
Yes,
it than just some words. You really gotta be able to, you know, paint a
you
picture.
got to deliver it.
Right, right. So
Yeah. So.
I've been ever since then. I just been working, grinding. You know what I'm saying? Putting in studio time. Ciphers pop up, rap battles. All that little fun stuff happening when you were a kid, and
Mhm.
I just did it for fun, and I didn't really take it serious until I turned about 22. Um,
Mhm.
a little bit after my step pop had passed away.
No,
I
I'm
was like, you know
sorry.
what, I'm gonna take it serious. I was running around doing whatever. I'm selling T-shirts. I'm in and out of
Mm,
schools for random things, like, cause as a kid, you coming up, you going to school, you're supposed to go to college, so you try different colleges and all that. But it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? I tried
mm-hmm.
different things. I did culinary arts, barbering.
Oh,
You know what I'm
wow.
saying? I
Wow.
went to all the big schools. All I did was party when I went to schools, though. So I was like, you know what? I ain't disciplined enough. So I just kept working. I just kept working. I wasn't disciplined enough at all. It was too much going on. And because I come from a sheltered household, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to parties and stuff like that. We knew the life
Mm-hmm.
realities, but we didn't
Mm-hmm.
fun stuff. Like my mom's was strict. We couldn't have no company. We wasn't spending the night over nobody's house. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had that as a kid. I was working when I was 14, you know what I'm saying, to try to help moms out with the bills. So I never got to
Mm-hmm.
party in high school like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting
Mm-hmm.
I snuck out a few times, but you know, that's about it. So I just kept pursuing the music though. Through everything I was doing and trying out, kept pursuing the music. I was in radio, I was doing promotion, I was making clothes. And then, around 2016, yeah, about 2015, 16, I got presented with a major deal with the Roots through Dice Raw. And
Wow.
I won in 2017, I got voted in as the Music Choice Award winner for Philadelphia Hip Hop Awards. And
Mm.
that was solid. You know what I'm saying? That was different things that was happening that made me know I was on the right path. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a few years down the line, drop some albums, do some music videos. Shout out to Miles Gates, one of the legends who shot one of my music videos for me. I think he shot two of them for me actually. And I was just working, grinding, and then I crossed over to media because I had an opportunity to make money. And around this time, I had my first kids. Um, Around like 2017, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I got to make some money for the kids now. You know what I'm saying? The wars is cool, but I got to make some money. So I got presented with an opportunity to be vice president of one of the number one blogs in the tri-state, hip hop since 1987. So I took that, ran with that for 3 years, used my digital media and marketing skills and, different things that I learned along the way, my engineering production skills just to, further myself in the game. And then, I made my transition from the young king to the wild tuna of being a journalist because I didn't want everybody to think that I was, cheating. Like, oh, he a writer now, and then he just gonna put himself in all the blogs, and what I'm saying. I ain't do it for that. I really did it because I was like, you know what? I paid all this money. I know how it is to be an artist. I'm trying to get back. So let me get back by recognizing and acknowledging artists that's really working without having them constantly have to pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? So what's an article real quick I can write about somebody and have somebody else look at it and maybe give them an opportunity. So that's what it was all about. When I crossed over to media, I was like, let me change the media game. Let's not do what everybody been doing already. Let's my let's take it to a level where it's about really growing inside the culture. When you put it into a business perspective, yeah, you might take a few losses here and there, but in the long run, if it's with the right people, what I'm saying, it's going to grow. So that's why I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's going to be some paid services here and there, but let's find artists that's really, ready to be on the next level. And that was my whole thing. That helped me get into the gate and into the building as an A&R. So I recently got put in position to be president of marketing A&R for a new record label that's partnered up with a major record label that I can't speak on right now. But
Sure.
what I'm saying, that's in short, that's kind of my journey. A lot of ups and downs in between, funds on the tour, what I'm saying, South by Southwest, Coachella, all that cool stuff, crowd surfing, all the fun rap stuff.
Mm.
Crazy stories like, when we on tour, one time we was on tour for South by Southwest. We literally about to get on the stage for a show. We get a call that our bus is on fire. Lost everything in the bus, clothes, everything. We had to buy everything fresh that same day. Had to start fresh same day. We in the road, we in the middle of Texas. It's just us, what I'm saying? The people I came with from Philly and from PA. So a lot of crazy stories, man. I had fun doing this. It's been a lot of fun working with a lot of major artists, producers, engineers, meeting, people like Ice-T and, what I'm saying, DMX, rest in peace. Just being in
Mm-hmm.
buildings with legends as something that, most people, it's like a dream. It's really a dream. What I'm saying? Most people like, oh, I want to be a rapper. I want to do these things. But when you really doing it and you sit back and be like, oh, all right, that was me on TV last night. Like it's different now, you know what I'm saying? So I can appreciate it because I really work for it.
Wow, that's amazing.
I appreciate that. Yeah. So, now we here, Wild Tuna. We just touring, doing what we can, you know what I'm saying, for the culture. You know what I mean? I'm in the studio as much as possible, engineering, producing, songwriting. I'm on the road as much as possible, doing press tours and media and stuff like that. We got a big show coming up on June 5th. I don't know if you saw the flyer, but Diamond Cut's gonna be in
Hmm.
the building. She coming through, showing some love. We got a lot of dope artists gonna be there, some comedians. You know what I'm saying? We switching
Hmm.
it up. We doing something a little different. We gonna have some comedians in the building to make y'all laugh. We don't want to rap y'all heads off. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get some R&B in the mix and all that good stuff. So that's where we at with it.
Great. Where can people find you at? Like all your social media platforms.
Yeah, it's Wild Tuna everything. You know what I'm saying? Wild Tuna everything. If you Google me, all my stuff pop up wherever you want to find me. YouTube, Spotify, Anchor. If you like podcasts, I got my own podcast rolling. Music wise, if you want to look for my music, search The Young King. TheYoungKing. I spell it regular. The only one out there. You know what I'm saying? So,
No,
check it
I
out.
like
But
both of the names that you rap under. How did you so what when did you come up with the name Wild Tuna? It's
yes,
very
that,
unique.
that that was
Very, very memorable though.
that I made that up myself.
It's good.
The Young King, that was given to me. That was a nickname. Because
Hmm.
when I was, coming up, I was one of the only boys in my family. I had a lot of girl cousins, you know what I'm saying? So my grandma always used to call me the king. She had to make sure,
Hmm.
I'm her favorite, you know what I'm saying? I was her favorite. I'm still her favorite. But, you know, so I was the king. That's what she called me. So that I just carried that as a rap name because, my youngest was calling me
Hmm.
that, yo, king, whatever. So I just kept that. But I changed it to
Hmm.
Wild Tuna when I was like, I'm a writer now. So if y'all, I don't know if, y'all familiar with Oscar Wilde. He's an author. He wrote a story called The Young King. And basically,
Hmm.
the story was about a young boy who became king. He was rich. His whole thing was just giving back. You know what I'm saying? All about giving back. That was always my thing, even as an artist. As an artist, I was throwing events for, raise funds for cancer charity events and things like that. It was never, I want to rap and get 1,000 chains and 1,000 hard cars and stuff like that. It was always, let me get some money so I can get back to the community. Let me get my mom's a cribs and the family on vacation. It was never about me. So I took that same story. I was like, all right, we're going to rewrite it. You know what I'm saying? So my nickname was Tuna for my mom because when she was born, when she was pregnant with me, she couldn't eat nothing but tuna fish. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
everything else made her sick, right? So when I'm born, she called me her little tuna fish, little tuna, whatever.
Oh, so that's sweet.
But
I
yeah,
like
so
that.
I used to beat people up though if they called me that though. So that's why it's funny because I used to get in a lot of fights because if somebody called me tuna, I'm like, yo, only my mom called me that. Like I used to get in a lot of fights. But now it's funny because now I embrace it because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring my nickname back. Everybody already knows it's Tuna anyway. They just knew not to say it. So now I'm like, all right, I give y'all permission. Y'all can call me Tuna now. You know what I mean? And
Wow.
the Wild came from Oscar Wilde because I just took the last part of his name
Hmm.
and put it in front of it. But it's funny because my personality, I guess people say I'm wild, so it kind of fit. They think it's more about the personality and the wild antics they be seeing me get into. But it's really about the journalist part, the writer and the author of just rewriting my story. So that's how I
Hmm.
put that together.
Oh, so you are you are you're the director and the producer of Radio Pusher TV. Could you tell
Yeah,
me a little bit about that?
yeah. Shout the Radio Pusher, shout the Millennial General. When I left hip hop since 1987, they was the first company to reach out and want me to join a team, and it was a lucrative situation. I came out of working with 87. It's more like a family business type situation, so I did a lot of things uncontracted and just for the love of the game itself. Now it's time for me to build my own legacy. I got kids, so I got to make sure I can pass something on to them, and I can't pass
Right.
on a brand that I don't own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like working for Nike. Eventually, you get a lot of Nike clothes, but you can't pass nothing on unless they give me some stocks.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Let me take this into my own hands. Let me, you know, partner up with some people who gonna give me equal opportunity to be able to sustain my legacy. And that was one of the people who reached out. So Millennial General put me in position to be like, yo, just run it. You know what I'm saying? He already saw what I did at 87. He seen the upgrade. He seen the quality. that I was bringing to the table, and just the love for, like I said, just the love for helping. You talk to somebody right now, anybody that I work with, like you can Google it, like anybody I work with, they leave reviews and all that cool stuff for me, and they tell you like you get exactly what you need plus more when you work with me. So
Awesome.
I've been pushing and keeping that. So we just pushing, man. Like I said, we got a lot of things going on Roku. We got radio stations, we got FM stations. So much going on with that in itself. We could talk about that all day for real.
So you're also you're also, I was going to ask you, do you have merch for sale? But I see that you are a designer for drippyfish.com.
Yeah, yeah. So Drippy Fish, that's my personal logo, company brand. Um, I actually put it on hold. I pushed it back. I'm real picky with my own brand.
Well, yeah, yeah, definitely should be.
So right now, I'm actually waiting. I was going to drop a new season for my birthday, but so much was going on, I didn't have time to sit down and redesign things.
You look very busy. You look
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you be doing a lot of stuff. I really don't know how I don't know how like a lot of people keep up with it, because I look at a lot of different people that are party promoters and personalities and singers and stuff like that, because I seen like a really popping party last night that you were at.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Big lit. Listen, it's only I don't go out often, but when I do, I make sure it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? So
Where was that?
that was at Chuck's Alibi. We had a couple of my artists was on set. Shout out to SNS, that's my guy from Harlem.
Hmm.
Shout out to China BBM, she from Philly. She's super dope artist. I got to interview her. Shout out to DJ Crazy, he was in the building. Freeway, of course, the legend. I was just at a
Hmm.
video shoot with him and K Walker for the PUA music video shoot. So it was dope just running back into the stage with him. Dutchy Man, of course, was there. Turned out it was a good night. It was a good night. You know what I'm saying? It's a real good night. I hope you.
It looked like
I know the story. I know what happened. I know the snaps after that story, so I know it was the after party too. But
Oh, okay.
good night. It was the two separate part. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It was one place and the other place. It was two separate places. I don't want y'all to get it confused. You know what
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay,
saying?
got it. Got it. And you are the EIC of RN Magazine.
Yeah,
Tell me
RNH,
about that.
Results in No Hype magazine. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that was part of me, really taking over and being a journalist, which I didn't have any experience in at all. I just learned on the fly, and it worked. I don't even know if I'm good for real. People say they like it, but I'll be reading, and after I write it, it's kind of like my music too. After I make a song,
Mm-hmm.
it's rare that I go back and really listen to it unless it's for a reason. Like unless it's like, you know what, I gotta do this song for a show, or I gotta learn this song, whatever. Like if I make a song, I just make it and I just let it go. And then a lot of
Wow.
people like, yo, this song when you said this, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I said that. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't even know I said that. You know what I mean? Like it'd be like that's crazy, and it's dope though when I listen back to my music. When I do listen, because it is like I said that. Wow, it's not like I'm sitting at home listening to my songs all day. Like I get bored for real.
I don't do that either, but I'm
People
I
do
don't do
though.
that either, but
I interview people. They be like, yeah, all I do is listen to me. I'm like, damn, that's all. I'll get tired of me. I don't even. You know what I'm saying? I get tired of me
because like you
eventually.
are the product, like so it's like you're a walking when if you're an artist, it's like you're a walking billboard.
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly what.
So what was one of like do you have like a favorite interview that you did or had,
My favorite interview.
if
Hmm.
you have one, or you have a
That's
couple of favorite
like
fun
something
ones?
that I was interviewing someone. Or
Mm-hmm.
I was being interviewed when I
Oh,
was
you were interviewing someone.
when I
Mm-hmm.
was interviewing someone. Who was my favorite? It probably had to be Cassidy, just
Mm.
because just because before the interview he had me up all night smoking, going in music, listen to music nonstop. Before the interview was lit, we had a whole little concert before the interview. So I think just the vibe, you know what I'm saying, and just hearing his unreleased music before, anybody else on a major level heard it and things like that. I think that was what made it. And he cool dude, he was cracking jokes all day. He from Philly, so everybody bitten. So, that was a good interview. I like the cast the
What-
interview. And Dapper
wow.
Dan. Dapper Dan was classic because that wasn't expected. That kind of happened
Okay.
on the fly. We just, kind of just showed up. He was there. He was like, yeah, let's do it. Y'all from Philly? That's what he did it because we was from Philly. He's like, oh, y'all from Philly? oh, he's like, oh, I gotta tell you a story about Philly. You know what I'm saying? And he really told us how Philly's, helped him get to this platform when he went, down and out when he had that low. He said Philly really helped him sustain his.
Wow. So how long ago did you interview Cassidy?
Cassidy was about 4 months ago, I think.
Oh, okay, okay.
It wasn't too long ago. It was about 4 months ago. I don't remember the exact month and all that.
Sure.
Still up. If you go on my Instagram, you don't have to scroll too far back to get to it. But yeah, that was a good interview, man. It was a real good interview.
Yeah. Are you with any, so have you collaborated or are you with any organizations or
In
venues?
terms,
I'm sorry, say it again.
and what way? Organizations, as in?
Do you work with any organizations like maybe like your company does something for any organizations, or do you work with any venues, or do you like throw parties at any venues or anything
Oh
like
yeah,
that, or
yeah, yeah.
certain
Well, we don't.
organizations?
So how I do it is, so I can answer that in two ways. So for events, we throw events anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who wants a packed
Okay.
house, they want us to come through and turn up. They need some promotion.
Oh.
We go
Mm-hmm.
anywhere worldwide. Um, when it comes to organizations, I'm working with a couple organizations. One right now is working over in Jersey to help get the recreation centers and parks together for the kids again because they don't have basketball
Yeah.
courts and things like that. So I'm partnering up with a good friend of a friend of mine, so we can get that
Mm-hmm.
done. They've been talking to the mayor and really making things happen, putting things in action. My
Mm-hmm.
business partner, she just had a crazy toy drive she had a couple months ago. So it was lit, super lit. It was going up. I just had an interview with your favorite trash man. He's a guy from Philly. He's doing a lot of charity work, cleaning up the city. So we're gonna be partnering up with him, doing some work. There's so many, it's a lot going. Like I said, so much going on.
You
I
have
don't
a
want to
lot
forget
going on.
nobody.
You do.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have
we definitely
a
got a lot
lot of
going.
different things going on. If I went into like heavy detail or dialogue about everything that you're doing,
Yeah, we be
yeah.
talking for hours. We won't have enough time. We won't have enough time. Because
But
it's funny though, because a lot of times, a lot of the opportunities I get, it don't be because like a super rich person or I'm super knowledgeable. It's just genuine. You know what I'm saying? If I know something gonna work, it's gonna work. You know what I mean? Like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. I'm right to it. A lot of times people try to use like, their history or their resume to determine what's about to happen next. And being as Dawn got that, I just make sure what happened next is always lit. You know what I'm saying?
great, great. So due to like I see like a lot of people out partying and doing their things, but due to like a lot of COVID restrictions and what it did to live music and just music in general and gig workers and just people who were working and all those things, the bad things that happen, where do you see the future of music and live music happening?
It'll be back.
Telling.
It'll be back. I don't think it's gonna really. I think it'll take another hit for about a year. But this summer is gonna be, it's gonna open up a lot of things because people are getting vaccinated and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's more capacity levels. They up in the capacity levels at a lot of venues. Down south is open now. I don't know if y'all been down south, Florida, Atlanta, and none of that. They don't got no capacity. No,
Mm,
they don't got no mask requirements and none of that.
right.
Which is good and bad at the same time because it's good because it keeps the industry moving, but it's bad because you're risking your life. But you know, I'm
I'm
not.
so hold on, wait, I'm so happy you just said that. Say
Yeah,
just say that again. You said
yeah.
it's good, good.
It's good because business is rolling, but it's bad because you're risking your life. You know what I mean? And others and other lives. So it's all
You
about.
heard it. You heard it from an artist that's been around and been doing a lot of stuff. It's
Right.
not me saying it, so it's the truth though.
Yeah, it's real. It's real. I lost a few friends and coworkers to it, so I'm definitely aware
Oh my
of the
God, I'm
effects
so
of it.
sorry.
So, but how you feeling, baby? The thing is, it's like it's like we can't stay in the house scared forever though too, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Hmm.
levels of precaution you take, but if your family got to eat, your family got to eat. You know what I mean? Not
Hmm.
everybody's job is remote and able to be run from the house or
True.
bully and things like that. So I think it's going to start opening back up. I do think there's going to be a lot more weird things like hologram shows, like how they pulled that a few times and stuff like that. I'm not a fan of that type stuff, but I do believe they'll be doing more of those. They'll probably do. This might be an idea they might steal from me, right? They might do concerts where they might do the screening of the performance and not always have the artist there and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Where they'll
Mm.
come through a big venue, it'll be lit. They have the light shows and the dancers and all that cool stuff, but you got to watch the artist on the screen, or they might put the hologram up. Who knows? But I don't think it's going to take a. I don't think that COVID really is going to have a hold on it after a year or two, because people in this
I
industry
feel you. Yeah,
going
I estimate
crazy.
that time too. Like maybe like next summer.
Yeah, next summer I think everything will be open. The only
Hmm.
thing they'll probably do is give certain restrictions. You might have to sit in an unvaccinated area or something crazy like something like that. But I've been traveling through the whole pandemic though. I've been in and out. I had COVID. I caught COVID when I stayed home though. I took 2 months off. I was like, I ain't gonna travel. I'm gonna stay home, make
Oh
sure
my God,
and
you court
I caught
COVID?
it when I stayed home. Yeah, I was like, nope, I ain't staying home no more. That was my sign. To
Oh,
stay home. So now I've been outside ever since.
now how are you? How have you been feeling after that?
The later I was down for a month. I ain't gonna hold you. I was down for a month. I had 3 really bad days when I didn't know if I was gonna make it for real. I was like, it was 3 days
Oh
where I
my
didn't get to bed at
God.
all. When I said I didn't get out the bed, I didn't talk, I didn't call nobody, I didn't drink nothing because I was just like, I'm stuck. I was in the bed. So after those days though, I was like, oh, all right, God got me. I'm cool. And then I slowly started recovering, but the one effect that I still feel like I have is just fatigue after, like, you know what I'm saying, after a while, just fatigue is set in for random times. But other people having
Mm,
issues like that, they'll be like sore randomly, or they're like random stuff. Some people get headaches, some people got memory loss. I know 2 people I
mm,
talked to like, yo, I just can't remember like I used to. After I had COVID, I just my recall not there. And I'm like, wow. So it's a lot of different
mm.
effects I guess it's having. But I also feel like, staying the quarantine is what, staying in the house and things not being normal will also have an effect on a lot of people too. Because if
Sure,
people not
definitely,
not used
mentally and
to being home,
physically.
especially with relationships, like, being home with somebody you're not usually being home with, you know what I'm saying? Like when everybody work 9 to 5s and then you gotta see this person every day for real now. You know what I'm saying? Might drive you crazy. COVID-19 effect, you know what I mean? COVID-19, but it's
Yeah,
wow, man. It's just crazy to live in a time where I feel like we used to just watch movies about it. Now we live in it. So
yeah, like the stuff that was on TV like actually literally happened. That's crazy, isn't it?
yeah, it's a different level.
That's like has a lot to do with like real research and things
Right.
like that.
Yeah, don't get
So
me
what
started. I don't want to get us kicked off. Start talking about conspiracy theories. Don't get me.
exactly, exactly. So if you could, which what artist would you work with that you haven't worked with already, who you would want to make a song with?
Jay-Z.
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 Cool.
Yeah,
I
Jay-Z.
could see that.
Hands down. Jay-Z, Nas, Lil Wayne,
Hmm.
Drake.
Great.
That'll
What
be
about producers?
definitely I need a hit from Swiss and Timberland. I never realized until I really started doing research on the production side of the music, how many songs
Hmm.
that I love that they created. So those would be my
Hmm.
first two. Then I gotta keep it hip hop. I gotta work with um I would love to work with Dilla, you know what I'm saying? And I would love to work with another good producer. Hmm. There's so many good ones. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's a
I ain't
ton of
gonna hold you. This might be a little different. I
them.
feel like if they had a sample out there with Mike still on it, Quincy Jones, let's make a nice little thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's make something popping. Like a song with Michael Jackson would be legendary. I know people be
Right.
sampling him and doing things like that now, but I just feel like, Michael Jackson or Prince. You know what I'm saying? Because they both producers too. People don't realize that part about they artistry. They produce also, so that would
Hmm.
that'd be heavy. Wild Tuna produced by Prince. That's gonna be something wild.
Well, I think those are some really, really, really great picks. And the next question I want to ask you is, What is the best advice you would give to someone who is trying to start their music career or just starting to know about the music career, the music?
Um, the advice I would give someone would be don't quit throughout the process. Don't take no time off. That's
Mm,
like no everybody like you can't take time off from something you didn't accomplish yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like it don't make sense to be like, oh, I didn't make it yet, but I'm gonna take a break. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think taking time off ever is a good idea. Maybe take
mm,
time to yourself, but never take time off.
mm-hmm,
Other thing would be is just get a solid team. If you can get a
mm-hmm.
solid team of people who do other things than what you do. You don't need more artists.
Exactly.
If you're an artist, you need role players. So getting a
Yeah.
solid team, get a DJ, get a producer first. After you get a DJ and producer, get a publicist. After you get a
Mm-hmm.
DJ, producer, and publicist, and you got your street team, you got everything rolling, your merchandise and all that. Then later on, then you want to go grab managers. Don't get a manager too early. A lot of artists make that mistake, and then they get their pockets ran through, and then they don't got nothing to do after they run their little 2 year run with that art with that manager. So that's that, and just stay positive in this thing because it get real negative. It get real negative.
Sure.
People do a lot of silly things. People incorporate your outside life into the industry. It's like let's treat the game like we was working at a 9 to 5. Ain't nobody talking about
Mm-hmm.
like outside, lifestyles at the 9 to 5. We shouldn't be talking about it in this business either. So
Mm.
I just think people got to just apply. If you're gonna be in the game, in the music business, and the
Mm-hmm.
music industry is two different things. You can be in the industry and not have any parts of the music business. So you got to
That's
really,
right. Yeah.
what part of this game you want to be in. So you want to make money in the game. You in the music business, so you got to handle business first.
Exactly.
So that's how we carry it.
Yes. Yes. Um, I'm trying to think of the next question that I wanted to ask. What would be your I literally just was like listening. I just like really got lost in what you were saying, and I can't remember the next thing I was saying. Okay, all right, now I'm good. I'm coming back here. What would be your advice for working with another artist in the studio?
Oh man, working with me in the studio.
Working with another artist in the studio. Like
Oh,
let's say like
listen,
y'all in studio time, paid studio time, and you're working with another artist. What's the best thing that artists should do when they're working with another artist in the studio?
be prepared. Definitely be prepared. Be ready to be creative and be prideful, but don't let your ego get in the way. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to have
Mm-hmm.
pride and be able to want to be able to do what you want on the track and things like that, but don't let your ego get in the way. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my advice. But working in the studio with other artists, I always feel like it's a competition anyway. So it's part of the sport. You want to be able to bring your best without disrespecting nobody at the same time. So that would be my thing. Just be prepared.
Awesome, cool. So this is the time in my interview, before I normally wrap my interview up, whatever, is if you have any questions for me.
I do. I do got some questions for you. I do. So, because this is what I do too. I interview too.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
so, so you tell me, what's your inspiration for why created your platform and why you're reaching out to people and individuals in the arts and things like that? What's your vision?
My vision. So I graduated from community college in 2018 with a music performance degree because I'm a vocalist and
Okay.
a songwriter. Then I um I looked to get my bachelor's in music vocal performance from Westchester, U of A, and Temple University. I get accepted in all of them. I picked Temple University. I start as music ed, and then I quickly transfer over to
Okay.
jazz vocal performance. And after that, I was supposed to have a record deal. After I finished creating some music and stuff like that, the label said no. So after I had to go through that, COVID-19 came. Once I was like getting another job, I took a break from
Hmm.
music, and when I started to, once COVID-19 shut everything down in the beginning of 2020, I started to think, and like my family, and we went through a lot of different things, and a lot of people did. So at the end, like around early 20, after that stuff happened, in
Mhm.
early 2021, I said, what can I do with artists and influencers and restaurant owners and people and all these people that have all this talent and they're not getting exposed on platforms
Right,
because different type of media is becoming popular
right,
or whatever. And I'm like, I can extend my platform out to people who do what I do and who don't do what I do,
right.
as in, with a variety. So that's when I started the Indie Spotlight and the Indie Spotlight Special Edition. And I wanted to talk to a lot of people that were on my friends list or people whose stories I watched a lot,
Hmm.
people that were from my town or just like all over. So that's when I started reaching out
Right,
and started doing my blog or my blogcast. But I noticed that as an artist, when we go if you go to school for music or if you just start music, what the music industry does not tell you is that you are an entrepreneur, you are a salesperson, you are a walking billboard, a walking product, you are your
right,
own publicist, your own PR, you're dealing with your own money and all that other type of stuff. So you have to just like really create that. And I was like, how can I assist artists on exposing them
right. Yeah, that's
and
real.
showing them?
It's definitely not easy if you're doing it by yourself. That's why I tell everybody it's
Yeah.
good to learn as much as you can, but it takes a lot because
Yes.
even just think about the creative process of an album. You know what I mean? Just sometimes you do want to reach out and let other people have parts. I don't feel like doing an album cover for myself. Let me have somebody who's an expert at it do it.
Yeah.
So it's all about branching and connecting. So I dig that though. That's a good wave. I'm definitely supporting everything y'all got going over there. So
Me
just
too. Me
keep
too.
it
And
posted
yeah.
and it's up.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope in some way, shape, or form that me and you will work together, whether it's on the music business side or the music side, hopefully, when everything gets back like it should be and whenever you get time and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. If you free June 5th, bring your mask. If you free June 5th, come through. I got DJ Diamond Cuts coming through. It's gonna be real lit. We got DJ TM spinning all night. It's gonna be a
Mm.
super, super good event. I got a lot of great artists coming out. You know what I'm saying? We didn't just put anybody on. There's a lot of good artists, a lot of good music gonna be in the building. So if you free, pull up. Private location. So I'm at the DM you the location. You can't tell me that.
Oh, is it in Philly though?
It's in Philly though. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. And then after that, because I have a way about like
Yep.
talking to
We on.
people about
Yeah,
information. I'd be like, well, if that's something you don't want to reveal yet, you know what I'm
we
saying?
on. It's in Philly,
Do
but
you
yeah,
have anything else coming up or any performances, virtual or anything else? I know you said you're having the one at the private location on June the 5th.
hmm
Do you have anything else coming up, like new
Oh,
music, new
oh, yeah,
collaborations,
man,
anything?
there's so much going on. Oh goodness. I got so I'm working on a couple TV shows for Netflix,
Oh,
Hulu. I'm
for
working
Netflix
on
and Hulu, you said?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm working on shout out to Thunder Studios. If y'all check out thunderstudios.com, they're out Long Beach. It's definitely a great facility. We're gonna be throwing events over there too. We just waiting for the COVID thing to pass through to really jump all the way into it, but we all been working and writing remotely. What else going on? Shoot, man. Every month is the event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be an event every month. Like this is my plan. I'm gonna give y'all a little exclusive thing about Jadakiss. Bringing Jadakiss to the city. I'm not gonna say you're thinking about it. We bringing Jadakiss to the city. Rocky. We bringing Pooh Shiesty. Moneybag
Mm.
Yo. Who else? Give me one more. I know we had one more on the list. Mooski. Yeah, yeah. She's a runner. She's a track star. That joint. You know that song?
Yeah. So you're bringing Mooski,
Yeah, yeah.
Moneyback Yo,
Yep.
Rocky, Pooh
Mm,
Shiesty,
yep. It's gonna be
and
somebody. It's gonna at least
Jadakiss,
two,
right?
one or two of them, and gonna be in the building once a month. We're gonna be bringing them in. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's gonna be more
Oh, to
names
these
being
different
announced.
parties that you're having.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
so, oh, wow. So you never know who's going to show up.
Correct, correct. So it's gonna be lit.
Okay.
That's what we doing. What else I got going on? Shout out my guy Room, your favorite rapper. He been shooting a lot of
Oh,
music.
yeah.
We've been
You did a
working.
lot of good music. You did a lot of good music with him. I liked a lot of
Oh
y'all
yeah, yeah. And
collaborations,
we've
a
been
lot of
doing it.
music.
Yeah,
It was
he
good.
dropped his
It
album
was
on his
really
birthday.
good.
I'm actually thinking about putting together a little album myself. Nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, like I said, I make it because I love it. I don't make the music for nothing else just because I love it. But I might put a little something together just because I've been feeling it. You know, I've been feeling creative. You know,
Yeah.
Nas album got a Grammy, so you know when things like that, happen in history, it's like, you know what, when they acknowledging real music again, you know what I'm saying? It's like I gotta start making it again. Now
Yeah.
I can
Well, another.
comfortably
Well, music inspires you again to make music again.
right.
And we have to keep listening to it in order for us to still be creative and still be inspired because of like everything that everyone went through
Yeah.
last year and this year was very, very tiring
Real,
and
real.
hurtful and bad. So we
And
need that again. I could just
I'm gonna
see a
take it
lot
on
of
the
your
road
events being
too.
powerful.
Like it was a lot going on. So how I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna take the album on the road. Is the first stop is Tampa. I'm gonna go Digital Crates in the building right now. I'm linking up with him. We're gonna do our first recordings, first couple sessions next week to start kick the album off. And then everything I do on the album gonna be, played on the movies and TV shows that I'm a part of and partnered up with.
Oh, great.
So it's all gonna
Congratulations.
be it's so I'm making the album, but it's still for more than just the music
It's
too.
a soundtrack too, huh?
Yeah, yeah, it's major, and
See
we
that.
already got like a series that I put together through my albums. So I kind of based that off of the albums itself. So everything going just tying together. It's gonna be crazy. They're gonna be like, yo, the whole time he been conspiring to do this. Like it's something so crazy that how it all comes together at the end. But
Wow.
it's gonna be lit. I'm excited.
How many albums have you made so far?
Official albums. I have made four recorded,
Mm,
four studio albums and two EPs.
wow.
Had Blue Water Drive 2, Mandela Effect 2. Then I had an EP, Kings Road, and another EP that I partnered up and did with my little cousin. He was like 16, 17 at the time, Benji Bass, but he was nice, so we put together a little EP. I just been doing a lot of features, a lot of artists I've been featuring with lately. Um, yeah, I got, oh man, mixtapes and all that. Y'all used to drop crazy mixtapes. I used to drop mixtapes. If y'all
So,
ever go up on like that Piff or one of them old mixtapes, Jones, like y'all gonna find a lot of my work up there. Um,
and
but
I'm sorry, when did you start your career?
so I officially started it like when I was really gonna like put all into it around when I was 22. So it's about 9 years ago.
Wow, wow. And look at the fruits of your labor paying off. So before I wrap this up, also tell everyone how important is collaborating with other artists is for in the music industry.
So it's really important for three reasons. These are three main reasons.
Mm-hmm.
One, on a
Mm,
business side of things, you always want to show that you can do good business outside of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Some people might think a feature, oh, they doing a song together. I'm seeing, oh, they got
Exactly.
marketing, they got some things going on
Mm-hmm.
together that they can build. Not everybody carry it like that, but that's how I look at it.
Well,
So
yeah, you're looking at it right.
right. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely, that's the one thing. The second thing is it's good to be able to work with people because it can help you creatively. Just being around, not even if you take anything from them directly, but just being
Mm-hmm.
around other energies that take you certain places creatively that
Mm-hmm.
you may not have gotten if you were just by yourself and they sent you a track and y'all weren't there to collab or they wasn't there to freestyle or smoke or drink whatever y'all did to chill before the session. Because
Mm-hmm.
that all gets tied into the music too. And then the third thing is it's important to collab because you never know who's gonna blow. Never say like, oh, I'm not gonna do a song with nobody. A lot of young artists are cocky. Oh, I ain't doing songs with nobody except for my mans. It's like, all right, but y'all mans ain't going nowhere right now, so you might as well go collab. Love shit across the street because she about to blow. And a lot of times a collab can be that one hit that really take you to the next level. Even
Yeah,
if it's not a hit song, it can just help both of you get recognition, or whoever's on that track, it can just help you get
ex-
recognition.
exactly. So, is there anything else that you want to add before wrapping this interview up?
Man, what do I want to add other than the crazy list schedule I got? I just want to thank everybody that tuned in. I want to thank you for having me on here.
Oh, you're
Shout out
welcome.
to my
I'm
family. I
glad to
spent
have
the
you.
whole day with them, so shout out to y'all. I had a great day today. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking through whatever part of my career you jumped on as, whether it was from artists, for journalists, actor, whatever. Oh, I got a movie dropping, right? I'm in a movie. Shout out to Jimmy the Saint. You only live
Oh,
once. I got a little role in there, nothing crazy. But we chasing this guy who owes some money. Shout out to Rome. He was my partner in crime on that one too. So yeah, so we got a movie dropping soon. It's gonna be on Amazon Prime and all that cool stuff. Big shout out to all the media personalities, all the artists and people that's really pursuing their careers and not letting nobody stop them. I'm more motivated by other people working than anything because if other people doing it, that means it's not impossible. You know what I'm saying? So as long as I see other
exactly.
people working, that keep me motivated to work. Shout out to my kids because there's a lot of those. And
Oh, how many
uh,
kids?
I got five.
Oh,
Got five of them. Got
how
five
old is your
on
oldest?
it. My oldest is seven. Yeah, they
And your
all
youngest?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, right down the line. So
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So other than that, I don't really think I don't got. Shout out to everybody that I love, man. Shout out to the whole gang. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Culture. CultureDistrict.com. CultureDistrictHQ.com. Check out the blogs. Check out Radio Pushers. Results in No Hype magazine. Just look up Big Fish. Just follow me. I keep y'all in tune. I just had a dope session with if you see that Burn Skate Chill. It's my guy Lurks. We had a dope session. And I was just happy that I'm back in the engineering production side of things. And now I just get to, be a part of a bunch of dope music and dope projects just from being in the building and hitting a few buttons. You know what I mean? So we back. We back in the mix.
producing is difficult, and every beat and producer is not created equal. Definitely every beat and
Thanks.
production is. So, so I want to thank you, Wild Tuna, for coming on the Indie Spotlight Special Edition.
Anytime.
And I want to thank everybody for watching and all the supporters and viewers. Without you, we wouldn't have this going on. And thank you for being so reachable as well,
Oh, that's
for me
real.
to reach out to
Hit
you.
me anytime. Call me, text me anytime. I'm available. I hope I see you June 5th. It's going up for the Culture District, a night for the culture. Like I said, anything you need, let me know. I got you. You already know we family.
All right. Thank you guys and have a great night.
All right, good night.